I guarantee this is already going to get dislikes and I haven't even said anything yet. Sword Art Online. And I can already see the dislike bar growing. Thanks. So, you guys may be wondering, well, why are you reviewing a book? That's not the point, and this will actually be part of DVD reviews. You should be glad that I'm actually reading. So yeah, this would be part of DVD reviews, and also I just wanted to get some more content out and something a little bit different. I'll probably do 2 more of these, and if you guys don't like them, I'll probably stop. Or I won't, because I still do Lego Dimensions. So yes, I'm going to be reviewing the first 2 Sword Art Online books. I'm going to be reviewing together, because I finished this one today, and I finished this one a few months ago. And I'm actually going to be getting the next one, because the story's actually very interesting and already growing. So, as we can see, we've already got 2 out of, like, what, 50? I don't know. So let's start with the first one. I probably don't remember a lot of this. It takes place, it's kind of, it's like the anime, but more expanded upon, because I know novel adaptations give more depth to characters. That's why lots of people like the Marvel comics, and that's why people like the Harry Potter books as well, because it shows more of their character. So, I'll read a little bit of the bio here. Asuna Yuki was a top student in her spent on her days as student at a cram school and preparing for high school and something exams, but that was before she borrowed her brother's virtual reality game system and would end up trapped in Sword Art Online with 10,000 other frightened players. We actually knew nothing about Asuna before that, and that bio, right, is barely touched upon in the actual book. Neither is in the anime, because in the anime she doesn't seem like a gamer. She just seems like whoa, shipping weeaboo or whatever they say, kawaii. But I like this. But we don't actually see her brother in this. We see her friend. I really can't remember her name because I've read this book in ages. And this book is actually bigger than the other one, as you can see, because this one has more stuff in it. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of pages at the front where they're like in a different. They're not made of paper. Well, they are made of paper, but they're a little bit different. And also, it's also nice. We get that. Tell us about it, and a nice cover as well. And also, every time you see Sword Art Online things and like Loot Crate, it's always this picture, and I found that quite weird because I thought they would actually use the anime, or probably people like the book series better than the anime. So whatever. And I don't know if this is actually like what Japanese people do or in America, but apparently it's teen level. I'm teenage, yeah, but I've never seen that before. I've never seen teen level or something like that. It's normally like, oh, you can't read this book. Why not? Because I said so, boy. It'd have something on the back like reading log, reading age is diddler, diddler. Apparently this is teen level by Yen Press. You can also download the free Yen Press from the store app. Yeah. And also, I would say, if you're a kid, like, I don't know, probably 1 through to 14, probably don't pick this up, and I guarantee probably no one else will, because no one likes Sword Art Online, except for me, of course, because there's a part in the book that is very, very inappropriate. And I'll just try and find the page. Right. I'm going to show you a glimpse of this, and this is already going to get me like striked off, right? I'll show you the top bit, because I'm not going to show you the entire page, right? Right, that's all you can see. Because I actually read this with Yeah, I actually read this in school, because I read books at school, and I was like, when I was reading it, I was like going like that when I was reading it, because I didn't want a teacher to come over and be like, "What the fuck are you reading?" And on one of my favourite teachers' last day, I actually read this to her, and there's a part where it's just like, "Oh, this is a bum rape," and I was like, "No, she's gonna think I'm weird now, and it's her last day." But anyways, so it's basically kind of episode 2 of the anime, because we don't really see her actually enter it. We kind of do see her actual normal life, that she went to an all-girls school, and she has this person. I don't know what their name is. Good morning. Yeah, she calls Asuna senpai. Can someone explain what senpai, yandere, and that is kawaii? Because I really have no idea. And if you don't know, all these books end off on a cliffhanger, and this cliffhanger is much better than the other one, as you can see. Also, at the end of every story, they have like a picture like that, and also in the other one, as you can see, you know, just for them weirdos out there. What do they call it? Fan service. That's it, just for fan service. And there's a lot of fan service in both books. There's a lot more in this than there was in that, because this was basically just a fan service in episode 2. This one is a completely original story. Well, except for the first bit, because we have to leave off on the cliffhanger. But I would say after like probably after like page 70. No, probably about page 60, then it becomes its own story. Trust me, that sounds quite long, but you could read some of these pages in like a second. You could sometimes they're not even, they're just pictures as well. I love how much effort was put into these two. As we can see, we have Asuna not in her. They're not in the natural costumes like they are in the show. As we can see, we still have her from the costume from the first and second episode. Same with Kirito. But because of the boss battle, we can see he's now in his other costume. Well, then that's actually not right. Because in the second episode, he gets a coat that looks very similar, but it has this kind of like, I don't know what it's called, but it has like lumps, kind of padding here and here. But oh well, what can you do? So like I said, there's quite a lot of fan service in this, and I was literally flicking through it. I bought it first before even looking at it, because the first time I ever went to comics, actually, yeah. Quick shout out, I got these from Comics in Stevenage, that's near where I live. They're like editions by Comics. You can get like thousands of hardback paper covers of comics. Hundreds of manga titles and black issues of new comics, whatever black issues are. I have pop vinyls and stuff, and if you're a weirdo and you like Harley Quinn, there you go. When I went there, they had just got some new Harley Quinn comics based off the Suicide Squad design. So yeah, it's very interesting, and we can see Kirito and Asuna kind of meet for the first time. And weirdly, he calls her Mrs. Finch, something like that. Mrs. Finch, something like that. Until he actually notices when he teams up with her, her name is Asuna Yuki. Sorry, Yuki. Yeah. Like I said, I don't remember a lot about this, but it's kind of like, it's basically like the second episode. They fight the first floor boss, and spoilers. Well, if you're watching this video, you should already know. Spoilers. Sir Danvers dies at the end of the cliffhanger, and Asuna kind of sees it, and she says, and next one it actually says, for the first time in forever, I have actually seen someone die, and it's terrible. And they actually show a picture in this at the end, and it's really grim and really dark. I'll try and find the page, but it could be in that book. Yeah, I think it's in this book, right at the start. Yeah, look at that! He's just died, and oh my gosh, that's so grim. Because when you die in Sword Art Online, you die in real life. Yeah, and this is basically Asuna's story, because in the anime we see a lot of Kirito's story, and the thing is, we can't go like 10 pages without seeing Kirito, and I'd like to see like one book with just Asuna and other characters, like Kirito's girl leaving group, or whatever it's called, that they call it. I fucking don't know. It's late at night. I should be in bed. We can see when she gets her rapier. I believe that's how you say the sword. Also, I keep seeing it in my mirror. I just want to point this out. I actually do have a Sword Art Online wall print right there above my bed. As you can see, it has the rapier and Kirito's sword and some flowers, and it looks very weeaboo. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out because you've probably seen it in some other videos. So yeah, and we also have an original character. I'll show you a picture here. She was like cat whiskers, and she was part of the beta testers. Yeah, with this one, as we can see, there's a lot more originality with this one. We see a lot more of Asuna and her personality, and we see what happens when one person from the front line just dies. We see that he gets replaced. I mean, he actually gets replaced by someone who looks kind of like Sir Danvers, who's inspired by him. I really can't remember his name. I really can't remember anyone's name in this. I'm very sorry. I spent like ages reading a book. This is probably the longest time I've actually spent reading a manga, because I have just no time at all to ever read anymore. And for the first time in forever, we actually get to see the second floor boss, and I've just noticed that the back of this one has a lot more information than the back of this one. I like this one a lot more because we kind of see a bit more banter between the two, and I don't think. And when I was reading it, I thought this shouldn't happen until later in the series, when Asuna actually does become part of Knights of the Blood Oath. She was very cold-hearted until Kirito was like, "Yo, summertime, bitch," whatever he said. Yeah, he said that, obviously. And then they kind of like sleep on the grass. Yeah, and that's when. And then after that, Asuna's like, "Hey, let's be friends now and solve the murder." And that was actually a great two-parter. Yeah, Asuna has a lot more character development than Kirito. With this, his personality flows into another one quite fluidly, unlike Sword Art Online Season 2, where actually after the original 13 episodes, it started going downhill. I haven't seen Sword Art Online 2, but I heard it gets better. But literally, here we have Sword Art Online, Sword Art Online 2, and then Sword Art Online Season 2 from Series 1. It's like way down there, because it's very, very perverted, and it basically makes Asuna, who is a really great character, literally a damsel in distress. I won't lie, I really didn't like the Spriggan saga. And I can't believe they used the Spriggan design for like everything else, when the original is so much better. The Spriggan design can just, it's so bad. It looks like it looks like, you know, Sainik. The Spriggan design looks like a Sainik for Kirito. It's just, fucking hell. So yeah, I really like the ending to this one as well. This one has a bit more weight to it, the ending, but personally I like this one a bit more because Kirito has been talking about a bike and the soul of each equipment that he has. If he every time you get a new bike, he'd take out like the main bolt, put it into his new bike, so it has the soul of the last bike. I don't know, it's kind of silly, and he says it's kind of childish in the book. And then Arsenal says that about her rapier, and there's actually a character in this where it's like it's not an NPC, it's an actual player, blacksmith, and he has this kind of evil feel to him because in some of the parts he goes her. And I thought originally he'd put black magic on their swords or something like that. But as we can see, right, spoilers. So if you don't want any of this to be spoiled, click off this video. As you can see, he accidentally breaks Asuna's rapier sword. Cover that up. As we can see, her reaction. No, if you want to see all of this fan service, go buy the books for yourself. So yeah. Also, Crazy Crossplay really likes when I show her fan service and she shouts it out like, ooh. I probably just centered that out, whatever. Right, so whatever the weather, it's raining. So I actually gave this one a 4.3 and I gave this one a 4.1. I feel like I should have switched them, but I'll probably go through them again and have another read of them. I really enjoyed this. It kind of grows on her personality. This one was just putting its feet into the water at first, and it kind of jumped to random places. So yeah, I really like this one. I like this one, and I like this one. Sorry. So, if you like Sword Art Online, most likely not, because no one likes Sword Art Online, because everyone's a dickhead on the internet. But if you like Sword Art Online, and you wanted to get a bit more of the original series, that was the best bit, go and read these. They're really good. So yeah, go read them. Bye.